Welcome Solid Source, I'm Derek Varnado with special guests today from 210 Home Buyers Warranty.
Good morning, how are you?
Doing good, how about you?
Great. My name is Felix Buitrago and I am a senior account executive on my 5th year with 210 Home Buyers Warranty, based here in Atlanta.
Derek, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
Good morning, everyone, or afternoon, I guess. My name is Robert Murray with 210 Home Buyers Warranty. I've been with the company for 3.5 years now, been in the industry for about 15 years. And I'm always here to help you and your clients with their home warranty needs. And thank you very much.
Well, thank you both for joining us here today. So you guys are both here to answer our frequently asked questions regarding home warranties. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. And our first question today is, let's talk a little bit about what systems and appliances generate the most claims.
Wow, I can take that question. Derek, and everyone out there, the #1 claim, you can probably guess, HVAC. ACs are going out left and right, everywhere. That is the claim that's called in the most. And we want to make sure that we're taking care of our client in a reasonable amount of time. So, you definitely need to get in touch with us and let us know if there is a problem in the service or in the time. Let us know, because we can actually get involved in helping out, making that run a lot smoother on that side of it. The second thing is that we're seeing a lot of is water heater. When water heaters go out, that's a bad situation because they can't take a bath and they don't have any hot water or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's one of our claims that's going out. And I'll tell you, refrigerators.
Yeah.
Refrigerators, when you go into Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever you go into, you're seeing that the refrigerators are very, very expensive. So you're in that sense, when there is a claim, it's so important to have a home warranty, because we're going to absorb a lot of that cost to either repair or replace that refrigerator. So those are pretty much the three main claims that we're getting pretty much on that.
That's a great point about the refrigerator. To circle back to the HVAC unit, are there any types of limits on the coverage to the buyer during the listing period or after the purchase?
During the complimentary listing period, there is a $1,500 limit that we have on that, aggregate on that. So we'll only pay out $1,500 on that. For the buyer, though, this is what makes me happy, is for the buyer, we do not have a limit on that coverage. So the other day, we just paid out $3,500 for a new AC system for someone, whereas some of the companies out there will limit that, and we don't have a limit on that, and that's what makes 210 210.
That's great to know. Now let's talk a little bit about Freon. I think there may have been some changes in regards to Freon, or maybe some changes that are coming up in the year 2020. What do we need to know as agents who are advising buyers about this?
Absolutely. Let me just take that question and say it's a great loaded question, but the regulations that are going to be in effect January 1st of 2020 directly affect Freon R22 or some types of refrigerants. So the government has banned the manufacturing of air conditioners using this kind of refrigerant. These are not as environmentally friendly refrigerants as some newer forms that we have out there. The impact that's going to have, that it's already having in all of us, you, me, all of us that have air conditioning, hoping all of you do with this heat here in Atlanta, is that the cost of refrigerant, of Freon, is escalating.
Right.
And it is of the essence that you do get a home warranty or a coverage that will have no caps and no limits to the Freon or the R22. Just to give you an example, pretty much, let's say you need 5 pounds of refrigerant into the system. The cost right now could be $200, $250 a pound. So let's say $200 times 5 pounds, that's $1,000 that you need on refrigerant.
Wow.
If you have our coverage, either the standard or the supreme, you are covered. So we have no limits, no cap, and you're taken care of. If you have a product or a coverage that does not have unlimited coverage, you could end up with a lot of money out of pocket. Some products out there give you $10 a pound. In that particular example, that's $50. Well, the difference from $50 to $1,000, that's coming out of your client's pocket. So it's very, very important. And for you, for me, for all of you, if you have older air conditionings, please make sure you get one of our products, one of our coverages, so that Freon will be, you will be protected with that Freon and will not have to come out with that kind of cash.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
So great to know that you guys do not have a cap on Freon. Now, let's talk about inspections. So when it comes to HVAC units, do you require any type of inspection report in order as a prerequisite, so to speak, to providing coverage, or?
No, we do not. As a matter of fact, we service systems and appliances that are in place and in good and working order at the time that the home warranty or the service agreement goes into effect. So there's no need for a home inspection or any kind of certification. Having said so, it is always recommended to have that home inspection handy. Or better yet, if you are the buyer and are purchasing, please ask the seller for any maintenance records that they may have, especially if, for instance, for air conditioning. If they have a contract for twice a year maintenance of that unit, please make sure that you get a copy of that. That could always help or be of a benefit if there is an issue with a claim, because we can then look at what you have and make a better assessment. But it is not mandatory. You do not need to spend that money or to provide that in order to be protected with a home warranty.
Is there any guarantee for the services that you provide? What guarantee would a buyer have if they go with the 210 home buyer's warranty?
Do you want me to take that one?
You can take that one if you want. Yeah.
Great. Excellent question, because that's an industry exclusive. We do guarantee our service for the entire year of the service agreement. So, in other words, let's say you file a claim the first week that you move in. Let's say you have a refrigerator claim for a ice maker. Fine, we fix it, no problem. 6 months later, you have the same problem again. Well, with us, that you're still within that year of the service agreement, so you will not be responsible for that service fee. Most companies guarantee their service for 30, 45 days, or 60. We are the only ones, and then that is an industry exclusive.
Perfect. Let's talk a little bit about any add-on options post-closing. So is a buyer able to add on any additional coverage after they've closed?
I'll take that one,
Sure.
if you want to. Yes, they have up to 30 days after closing to put any kind of, if they want to bring it up to, if they have the standard and they want to bring it up to Supreme, they can definitely do that. That's $100 more to do it that way. We can also add on extra refrigerators or freezers. We'll do that as well. We can also add on septic tank coverage as well. And we also can add roof leak coverage on there if they want to. A lot of times the seller will be paying for the warranty and they want to just keep it as cheap as they can, So that is why we have that 30 days that they can actually put that coverage on there.
Wonderful. Now you mentioned a difference between standard and supreme.
Okay.
So can you touch base on those options
I can.
just a little bit more?
I sure can, no problem. Okay, so what our standard warranty is, it's going to cover your general HVAC, your water heater, your electrical, your plumbing, all of your appliances are going to be covered under there except the washer and dryer. The washer and dryer can be added on for $50 more if you want that. Okay, so that price is $440. All right, the Supreme is going to give you, I always say you'll scream if you don't do Supreme, okay? So it's always a great thing to have the Supreme. The Supreme is going to give you everything that you get in the standard, Derek, but it's also going to add on the washer and dryer on there, but you're also going to get those most important coverages such as, no cap on Freon, of course. We cover up to $250 towards modifications, or if we need to bring something up to code, if it fails and we need to bring it up to code, we're going to cover up to $250 on that. We also cover haul away and disposal. You think that your HVAC goes out, your water heater goes out, well, if you don't have the Supreme, you're going to be responsible for taking that equipment off the premises yourself, and you're going to have to pay out of money to have somebody do that. That can cost you $150 to $200 for that. So with that being said, that's a great coverage to have. Also, you don't even think about these things. The standard includes the garage door opener. The Supreme covers the springs, hinges, and remote transmitters for the garage door. Okay, for example, I can tell you personally, my springs broke and it sounded like a big explosion in my garage, okay? So that cost me $350. No, it didn't, Derek. It only cost me $75.
That's awesome.
For my service fee. That's it.
So now I completely understand why when you say if you don't go Supreme, you're going to scream.
That's right.
So
there you
I
go.
totally get it now.
That's exactly right.
So let's talk a little bit about, because I know a lot of us are wondering about coverage during the listing period. So what type of options would you offer a seller to have a warranty coverage during the listing period, and how easily would that be able to be transferred to a buyer at closing?
Can we take that question?
Sure.
Okay. And then you can, if you have anything you want to say, you can go ahead.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I recommend you put a 210 home buyer's warranty on all of your listings out there. The reason being is nothing is paid until the time of closing. Okay? So if anything happens in that period of time, they're just paying the $100, the seller is paying the $100 service fee, that's their trade call fee, for the contractor to come out there and look at what's going on, okay? Now, if it doesn't close, I don't want that to happen to any of you, okay? But if it doesn't close, or the seller decides in negotiations at the end, we all understand that they don't want to buy the warranty for the buyer, then nothing is due. I would ask if you could give this brochure to the buyer and let them know, getting back to it, you have up to 30 days if you want to purchase this warranty, okay? So that helps them and they get that continuous coverage. Now, when we do the complimentary listing coverage, a lot of people don't understand that what you're doing on that property, you're creating history on that property. So let's say the water heater goes out 2 days after they move into the house. This just happened the other day. They had the complimentary listing coverage on there, okay? Well, nothing happened during the listing period, so therefore, that water heater, we have history on it. So it was working when it was working beforehand. So you've got that situation there. But, if the buyer decides that they don't want the warranty, then nothing is due, we all like to get paid, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we do want it to go over to the buyer and they carry it on for a full year, because basically when you're looking at complimentary listing coverage, you're getting a year plus coverage. So it's really a no-brainer. It's a great thing to do on that. Phyllis, you have anything?
Actually, I agree with everything you said. The other thing that is very important when you're on a listing appointment, this is what I will do, and I will go with our brochure, and this is a conversation that I will have with the seller, with the potential, client. I say, Mr. Seller, when, not if, but when you list with me, I will provide you with a complimentary home warranty for the systems and appliances during that listing period. So that is a very strong case for your listing presentation. We are going to talk about the cons. We're going to talk about the certain things, all the agents trying to get that listing. But it may be something as small as this. It took you 10 seconds to say that. that stick in the seller's mind. And when they're choosing their listing agent, they may say, hey, I'm going to go with Derek because he offered me a complimentary home warranty during the listing, so I don't have to worry about some of the systems and appliances or having to come up with repairs during that period. So that's very important that you include that. And one step further, because we live in Georgia, and right now the temperatures are a little bit high. I'm not sure why we're wearing all these suits.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But in reality, always add that HVAC option.
Yes.
It's only $70. That is only payable at closing, as Robert explained, and it will keep you cool in many ways. So make sure you always include a listing, complimentary listing coverage, and add that HVAC.
And Derek, I'm going to blow your mind on something, okay?
I'm ready.
Let's say you have a claim during that listing period, okay? And we pay out for it. Say we pay $800 for a water heater, okay? And then it doesn't close. Like I said, I don't want that to happen to any of y'all. Or the seller decides not to buy the warranty for the buyer, then nothing is due. And when I say they don't even know that $800. That's why I say you have nothing to lose when you're putting a 210 home buyer's warranty on your listing so it can carry over to the buyer.
So would that hold true if there's multiple claims from a seller? Does it matter if it's just one claim, if it's maybe 5 claims? And then my other question that you have triggered is, what type of research would you do on your end before providing that coverage to protect yourself from a seller possibly obtaining your warranty, who maybe the property is already distressed and needs a lot of repair? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Let's say, for instance, on the first part of the question, there's no limits as in the number of claims. And the other thing that many times a client or a homeowner calls and files a claim right the day after they move in. And sometimes they feel terrible. And I say, no, don't worry about it. It happens. It is not uncommon to have several claims during the first couple of weeks since moving in. Think about it. You just move into a house, maybe some of the areas of the house were not being used, or some of the systems or appliances, and now you realize they're not in optimal condition. So no limits on that number of claims. And again, as long as the systems and appliances were in place and in good and working order at the time of the warranty or the service agreement going into effect, that should be covered. Having said so, we go back to the backup. Keep that home inspection handy, or any documentation that you may have on maintenance or service done to those units. But yeah, there's no limits. I mean, we just it's expect the unexpected. We just don't know when you move into a house what happens. But obviously we do a very good job at trying to fulfill claims. As a matter of fact, 97.5 of our claims were fulfilled last year.
Wow.
And we're constantly aiming to get that number higher. We want to make sure that your client, that you and your clients see the value of a home warranty. If you file a claim and the claim is denied, at the time of renewal, that customer, that homeowner may not see the value of a home warranty, and they may not be interested in renewing.
Correct.
So it is in our best interest to make sure that the client, first of all, experience. We want claims, believe it or not.
We do.
We want the client to experience the benefits of having protection through a home warranty. So bring them on.
I know it absolutely does offer buyers peace of mind. So you answered some great questions there. So as long as the systems are in place and they're in good working order as of the coverage, then everything then it would basically be covered, and that makes perfect sense.
And there will be exceptions. So to every rule, there might be an exception if it's a pre-existing condition. But then again, that's a very small number of claims that are denied due to pre-existing condition, and that is the time to provide that maybe inspection report or documentation that you may have showing history. History is a key word in the home warranty world. When you have history, systems and appliances cover, then that minimizes the chances of pre-existing conditions.
Our team in Denver, excuse me for interrupting, but our team in Denver is trying to find every way they can to pay that claim.
Absolutely.
We have a team, and we have a team here with 210 here in Georgia, and in Denver, they're always supporting us, and it's a great thing. It really is.
The most important thing also is us, and don't take me wrong, is the fact that we do return phone calls, text messages, emails, and that's very important. We are very aware of the importance of that to you, to the agents, because when you have questions for us, you probably get that question from one of your clients. So we do not want to let you down, because then if we don't respond to you in a timely manner, then we will be, probably putting a little bit of tension in your relationship with your client. So that's very important. Not everything is perfect. We're not perfect. But anytime you see a claim falling a little bit off track, that's the time to contact us immediately.
That's true.
And we will always escalate should we have to, do all possible to make sure that, first of all, that you listen to your client and that we do the right thing. We're always going to do the right thing.
That's right.
Communication is so important in real estate with what we do, certainly with what you guys do, so we certainly appreciate that and understand the value in that. Now, as real estate agents out there, if we're looking to go ahead and ask for a home warranty, let's say the seller doesn't already have coverage on the property and we want to ask for it, the great thing for us is GAR and RE both have special stipulations. They have a special stipulations library, and so you can always simply add a special stipulation to your offer to specifically request the type of warranty that the buyer is looking for. The more specific we can be, of course, with special stipulations, the better. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Derek.
The information that you have provided has been wonderful. If a agent buyer wishes to go ahead and order a 210 home warranty, listing agent seller, what should they do? What steps should they take?
Just all they need to do is just give me a call. I'll be happy to enroll the warranty for them. A lot of times I'm driving around everything, so I might ask you to just send me an email of the information so I can get it enrolled. Just need the buyer's name, the closing date, the property address, even the email address for the attorney, so we can get them a copy out as well. They can also go online as well, and we can set them up on our agent portal. You can give myself or Felix a call, and we'll be more than happy to get our team handling that as well. And they can also call the 1-800 number, of course, on that.
Whatever works best for them.
Whatever works best for them. Yeah, we try to make it as easy as possible for everyone.
And we appreciate that very much. Thank you, gentlemen, both again. Thank you all for watching. And should there be any questions, concerns, please feel free to reach out to us. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.